Hey, I'm Emily Fraser from Matchroom. I hope you all like and follow Sharkstream.
Hi, I'm Lucas Casper. Join us on the Shark.
Hello, I'm Jonas Soto, and join us on Salotto.
Hello everyone, I'm Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Join us to the Shark Stream. Let's go!
Hello, I am David Alcaide. Join us in Shark Stream.
Hey guys, I'm Frederick Horst. Join us on the Shark Stream.
I'm Christina Tkach. Join us on the Shark Stream.
Hey guys, it's Jason Shaw. Join us on the Shark Stream tonight.
I am John Moore. Join me on the Shark Stream.
Hi, I'm Savannah Easton. Join us on the Shark Stream.
Hi, my name is Georgia Georgiev, and you can join us at the Shark Stream.
Chicken calling at you from the other side. Shark 3, going live. You're about to enter water, only sharks survive. In 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Bobby Hilton here from the Shark Stream. Give you guys a quick shark bite. Got a couple things to talk about. Obviously, big things happening today in the world of pool. A lot of things, but let's get going right now. Hit the share button. Let people know what's going on. We tagged it in the title what we're going to talk about. I don't anticipate it being too long, but there's a lot of questions that people want answered. We're going to try to help a couple people out and get you guys the answer. Anything I can do to help you guys out will be offered to you today. But we're going to talk a little bit about Lucas and Kane. Obviously, that's the main story for us here at the Shark Stream. For those of you who don't know, Lucas Castlverner and Kane is Angry White. He's the driver and one of Lucas's partners on the road over there in North Carolina. They were both in a very bad car accident 2 nights ago. And I got a picture of the car. It was a head-on collision. And from what I understand, they were driving home. Lucas just won the tournament. And they were driving home. Lucas was already sleeping. It was about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And from all the information that we can gather, of course, we don't know all the details. A lot of this is speculation. I am talking with, close friends that were involved and everything. But this is the information I got. Somebody swerved over and they hit head on. And both guys were messed up really bad. Kane had a couple broken ribs, I believe, and 2 other broken bones, I understand. And I know Lucas is very severely injured with his stomach. He had a tear in his lower intestine, and he was airlifted from the accident to the hospital. And I did speak with him yesterday for a few minutes. He was a little loopy, being the pain pills, but he said he was doing okay. I talked to his mom today, and she said that he is doing a little bit better today. And I didn't talk to him today, but it's going to take a little while for him to get 100%. He's not going to be out of the hospital for a while. You guys know, anything about stomach injuries, you might know more than I do, but it's a very serious injury. I guess you got to worry about diseases and other things, and very dangerous. And I believe that's why they airlifted him to the hospital. But again, he's still in the hospital, and he is awake. His parents are there. His girlfriend is there, and we want to give him a lot of prayers, a lot of shout outs. So if you're in the chat, please give Lucas some support and say, "Hey, man, we're thinking about you," because he always watches the Shark Stream, and of course he's going to be tagged as well. And of course, Angry White, let him know. We're thinking about him as well. A lot of people said, "Oh, a lot of posts are about Lucas," and that's because Lucas is just a little bit more known than Angry. Obviously, no one's disrespecting Angry or Kane. We all want him to get a speedy recovery as well. Both guys, at least they are safe. It could have been a lot worse. Hope they both recover 100% real soon. And that's what I got from the accident. Again, it was really, really bad. 2:30 in the morning, head-on collision. Lucas was asleep. He did have a seatbelt on. I believe Angry had a seatbelt on as well. From the pictures, I can see that the airbag did go off. But talking to somebody, they said that Kane is available to talk. Angry White is talking. He's awake and okay. He's got some broken bones. Obviously, if you've ever been in a car accident, you don't know the magnitude of the injuries you have for sometimes 3 or 4 days, sometimes even longer. Because the biggest thing I worry about Lucas right now is him just being in the hospital. Obviously, he's on pain meds. They're taking care of his stomach, but he doesn't even know if his back is hurting or if his back is okay, or his shoulder. You know what I mean? Something else could be hurting, but because of his stomach and the pain meds that he's on, he's not really knows exactly what's going on. So that's what we're trying to figure out. We're hoping for the best. Again, the Shark Stream will keep you guys updated with Lucas as much as we can. If I get any other information on Angry White as well, we're wishing him the best as well. We'll share that as well. So make sure, again, you set in the comments, go to his page, put on the Shark Stream, give a comment, say, Lucas, we're thinking about you. We're hoping you get better. Angry White, obviously he's a well-known backer and participant in the pool world. A lot of people know him, and there's a lot of feelings for him too. So we wish them both a speedy recovery. All right, Lucas and Angry, get better. Let's go. All right, let's talk about pool, the big news of the day, and I want to know your opinion in the chat, what you think about it. Was announced today about 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock this morning or this afternoon. Huge news. ESPN, Matchroom, WNT are teaming up to do the two biggest events of the year. Of course, the Shark Stream's going to go to both of them, and we got the U.S. Open in Texas, and we got the Moscone Cup. That's going to be in November, the day after Thanksgiving. The two biggest events live on ESPN Plus. Now, I know a lot of people were saying, "Oh, we should be on ESPN and all that other stuff," and it is behind a paywall because ESPN Plus is a subscriber only for ESPN. But nonetheless, there's millions of viewers on ESPN Plus. I mean, they watch everything from paddleball or pickleball, to cornhole and darts. Darts is huge, and now pool is going to be on there. But not only pool; these are the two biggest events of the year. That's what's going to make everybody see us a little bit more, because that's what we're all going for. And I want to give a shout out to my partners, of course, all of our sponsors, but I got to give a shout out to Matchroom, give a shout out to Predator as well, give a shout out to Windows Open, give a shout out to Dominic Dunn. All these guys have been out there for the last several years, grinding daily. I mean, I see them posting, traveling, spending their own money, doing what they need to do to grow the sport. And I really think that's making a difference. Of course, the Shark Stream as well. So I'm really excited about that. I can't wait to go to Frisco, Texas, and get to the U.S. Open and see ESPN all over the TVs and marketed everywhere. It's going to be a big deal. I know the players have to be happy. I saw Fedor Gorst already comment that he was excited. I saw Tyler Steyer make a flyer. He's excited. And I also got to mention my man, Frank Miletti as well. BSN, he's another guy, absolute kills it, does everything he's supposed to do. And all of us guys and those guys are the reasons why the sport is growing. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. People are taking notice. And, I know we don't get paid a lot, but, we're going to work our asses off to make the sport growing. And Matchroom, amazing job. Keep doing what you're doing. Matchroom and ESPN. It's about time, man. We're back on ESPN Plus. And, what do you guys think about that? Do you think that's a big deal? You think it's, nothing because it's ESPN Plus paywall? Or, do you think it is a big deal? And I do think it will get on cable. Somebody's mentioned that it's not on cable again. I think with these events, also real quick, the ticket sales, right? I know Friday and Saturday, I think we're almost sold out for the U.S. Open. And I know there was some seats left for Mosconi. I'm thinking once this announcement was made, I think the tickets are probably going to be gone. So if you don't have tickets to the Matchroom U.S. Open or the Mosconi Cup, do not wait. Get your tickets now. WNT tickets, WNT U.S. Open, and WNT Mosconi Cup. I'm telling you, it's going to fill up, and it's going to be a madhouse. I was there 2 years ago in Orlando for the Mosconi Cup. It was absolutely crazy. I already have the boom bus going. We have 15 people going, and I have another group of 10 that are going down on the airways. So they're going to be flying down there as well. So it's going to be a huge, huge event. I'm really looking forward to it. But the U.S. Open first. Federer said it. He was in the finals 3 years in a row. He obviously said he wants to make it there again and be on ESPN. ESPN, guys. Pool back on ESPN. How incredible is that? I mean, when I heard that news, I was super excited. I said, I can't believe it. It's about time. And that's what people were talking about, right? We got to get pool back involved. And that's what we're doing. Getting sports, ESPN back involved. So I want to say, I want to think some of the biggest things that people were saying that needed to get back in the sports were, one, we needed to get ESPN back, right? That's big, right? Huge. Millions of viewers on ESPN Plus. I want to say it's over 20 million, right? On ESPN Plus. Millions of eyeballs, plus all the people that watch pool now that don't have ESPN Plus might subscribe it now, so might grow it a little bit. So that's going to be huge, right? And just give you guys a quick flyer. There it is. There's the combination right there. 9-ball pool is coming. U.S. Open Championship, Mosconi 2026. That's right. This is our page. We shared it. And Matchroom, WNT, ESPN, and Mosconi Cup. I'm sorry, ESPN is covering Mosconi Cup. ESPN is covering the U.S. Open in Texas. That's just incredible. Millions and millions of people are going to be watching our sport again. It's going to be talked about. It's going to be incredible. Now, Andy Gow is going to have to get ESPN Plus. It's just incredible. Really, really good stuff. I am super excited. I really can't say enough about ESPN and this event in Matchroom. Just great job by Matchroom. Emily Frazier, you're the best. Keep doing what you're doing, making things happen. Just going to be incredible. And then I want to talk a little bit about some other things. All right. Another thing that everybody always talked about, right? Everybody talked about, we got to get some promoters. We got to get some sponsors in the show. We got to get things like that, right? And that's the next thing I want to talk about. Again, I might come back and touch on the ESPN Matchroom thing again, but right now we're going to let it go because I got a couple other things to talk about. So many juicy things to talk about. I know it's on a napkin, and I got notes over here as well, but there's so many cool things to talk about. So we got ESPN. What else do we need? We need promoters, right? We need people that are putting their money up, people that have connections to get to the next level, people that want to grow the sport and believe in their hearts they can grow it. Also, people with business sense that want to grow it. And what we got is Dave Partosiak at Classic Billiards, absolutely killing it. He is doing so much for the sport. He's been involved. I met him 2 years ago, and every time I talk to him, he's amazing, positive, doing something positive for the sport. sponsoring events, sponsoring tournaments, sponsoring players, doing everything that needs to be done. Great job by him. You know, again, I talked about earlier, you know, windows open, you know, those guys over there doing great things, traveling, covering tournaments, events, sharing the word of what's going on, who's playing everything. Great stuff. Of course, Frank Miletti over there at BSN, great job. And of course, Dominic Dunn at the Dungeon, great job as well. But make another point, Hilltop Promotions. Now, these guys, top of the food chain here, Hilltop Promotions. Joe and Steven, these two guys are amazing. They were on the Boom and Freezer show. We're going to talk about that a little bit as well. But these two guys are amazing, right? I got to show you guys something in a minute. But what they are doing is second to none, right? They're doing a first-class event, Fedor Gorst versus Shane Van Boning on the 11th and 12th of July. Only 40 people are going to be allowed in it. It's just the first event they're doing. $20,000 to the winner, $5,000 to the loser. Not to mention first-class expenses paid, hotel, food. They'll also be able to bring a guest. So that's incredible right there. That's something the sport needed forever. That's all we talked about. And it kind of drives me nuts when I hear people chiming in the chat and they bring negative stuff, you know, like, only 20,000 golfers make $1 million. Yeah, I know. But 5 years ago, nobody was paying these guys 20,000, and there's damn sure nobody paying them 5,000 to go there and lose. So this is what it's all about. Sorry, I'm talking about Dave earlier. Joey and Steven at Hilltop Promotions. That's right. We're going to put the link in the chat. Hilltop Promotions are killing it. SVB versus Fedor Gorst, King of the Hill, 2 days, race to 50, one table, two guys, one winner. And not only do they win the 20 grand, not to mention all the money that's going to be bet on the side and the crazy action. It's going to be nuts, right? It's going to be crazy. Who knows? Might be 50, 100,000, 200,000. Who knows how much is going to be bet on it? But whoever wins is going to stay on and play again. And they already announced it's going to be Joshua Filler. So we're going to get another match. Can you imagine whether it's Federer or Shane winning the 20 plus, and then the next week or month or 2 months is going to be playing Filler for another 20 plus? Can you imagine that? There's no other sport like that. It's not like boxing. You're going to get the top 2-3 players battling against each other every month or every couple months. You guys are going to get to see it live for free on Railbirds TV. That's incredible as well. Again, Joey and Steven, what they're doing, of course, Scott Frost as well. Scott Frost is helping out so much with the event, and he's pretty much the guy behind it. Great job, Scott. But Joey and Steven, what you guys are doing, man, it's incredible. I don't think people understand how much this means to the sport. I think in the next 2-3 years, I think people will start seeing how important this is. Because, again, both guys are getting paid. Both guys are getting treated like they're supposed to be, like professional pool players. There's none of that backdoor, sideways, you know, chopping up stuff like that. It's win, stay on, keep playing for more money, lose, go home, get your pay, you know, and try to get back up the ladder to play again. It's just unbelievable, great stuff, great competitors, great job at Hilltop Promotions. And here is, again, the internet and what they're doing also, and that's what we're going to talk about right here. You go to Hilltop Promotions, right? You go to Hilltop Promotions. You find this post from June 13th. You like and share the page, of course. Like and subscribe and follow. You go to this page right here, Hilltop Promotions. The drawing is going to be tomorrow at 6 o'clock. The last entry is tonight at midnight Eastern Standard Time. All you have to do is follow, subscribe, in the comments, type who you want to win and what do you think the score is going to be race to 50. You think it's going to be 50-49, 50-20? It doesn't matter if you pick the score right. All that matters is you get your vote in. And you know what you're getting? What they're giving away to people like me and you and everybody else who votes. 2 people are going to get a trip paid for, first class, airfare, a beautiful hotel room, car service to and from, tickets to the event with VIP services. It means you're going to get to meet the players. You're going to get autographs. You're going to get pictures. To the top 2 players in the world, the top 2 USA players in Moscone the last 3 years, to be involved in that. I mean, I think it's valued at $10,000. It might be valued at more because this is a limited event. Only 44, 50 people are going to go. I think it's 40 something, but it's a limited event. And what Joey and Steven are doing, they're giving this away. and it's crazy. Everybody needs to share this page. Go to Hilltop Promotions. It's the one on June 13th. That's the original post. Like the page, follow the page, and put in the score. Because where else do you have a chance to win a $10,000 event for absolutely nothing? First class airfare, car service, hotel, VIP treatment, and you get to hang out with all of us. I'm going to be there. Scott, of course, is going to be there. He's going to be in their booth. And again, he's behind everything. Carl Boyes is going to be there. Federer's going to be there. Shane's going to be there. You can meet Joey and Steven. Dave Bartosiak's going to be there. I mean, everybody who's everybody is going to be at this event. So you want to make sure you go on that page, hit the follow, and put in your score. And let your friends know, because, you know, put your wife, have her do it, or your husband, because if one of them wins, you can take a guest. So it's a no-brainer. You have till midnight tonight to put that in. Go do it. Hilltop Promotions. Incredible. It's incredible. So that's what we got. We got ESPN. We got not one top promoter with Dave Bartosiak. We got two huge promoters with Hilltop Promotions. Incredible, great stuff what we're getting, guys. This is, I'm telling you, this is second to none. This is what all of us pool aficionados would always talk about. We need somebody to put the money where the mouth is. You know, we need to get back on ESPN. We need to do this other stuff. There's so much that needs to be done, and it's coming to fruition. These things come in fruition. Yes, they're not making millions and millions, yes. But yes, a couple of them are making probably $1 million or $2 million, the top players, and the numbers are going to follow real close. So stay tuned. The pool, stay tuned to ESPN. Support those sponsors, Hilltop Promotions, Classic Billiards, Dave Bartosiak, of course, the Shark Stream, and definitely the Boom and Freezer Show as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about that right now as well. All right. We got the Boom and Freezer Show. If you haven't seen it yet, I got it right here in the back. Myself and Scott, all right, we're working tirelessly. We're calling players. We're messaging them. Their schedules are out of whack. We're doing shows 11 o'clock at night, 2 o'clock in the morning, whenever we can get these guys on. But we're bringing you guys the goods. We're bringing in the big names. Our numbers are flying up to the roof. Everybody's watching. With just the last couple shows with Joshua Filler and Justin Bergman. I mean, just incredible. They don't do a lot of podcasts. You know, a lot of people are talking about, Filler's kind of like you don't really know Filler that well, right? And you don't know Justin that well. We got in depth with both of those guys. They answered some great questions. They were both awesome sports, and we really appreciate having them on. Great job by those guys. So make sure you go check out the Boom and Freezer Show. Scott and myself and our team with Brian and, of course, Austin are bringing you guys the goods. And, of course, if you like old school, you can go back a little earlier. We had Earl Strickland on. We had Efren Reyes on. I mean, we had Bustamante on. We had all the biggest name players in the world on the stream. And it's just incredible. Go check out the Boom and Freezer Show. It's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, anywhere you get your podcast. You can listen to it. You don't have to watch it on YouTube. You can listen to it at home. You can listen to it in the car. You can do it when you're driving. And, a lot of people say that the John Moore episode was one of their favorites. Make sure you go check out that one. John Moore really opened up about his life, talking about switching hands and his struggles with addiction. And it's just crazy stuff, man. Go check out the Boom and Freezer Show. Last but not least, the Shark Stream, baby. Let's check this out. All right, we got brand new Gold Crown 7s in the front room, but that's not the only thing we got. Coming next week we are going to have all new Gold Crown 7s in the back room. That means the Shark Stream, Brunswick Arena, is the only place I think going to have 16 brand new Gold Crown 7s in the whole pool room. And we're going to have 2 Brunswick bar tables as well. So how about those tables, guys? They're beautiful. Shout out to my team, Brunswick Billiards. Great job by them. If you want one of those tables, go check it out. The link is in our bio. Those tables are absolutely amazing, gorgeous. They play great. They have an amazing leveling system where they can adjust the whole table up and down. It's just incredible. And I just showed you a picture of them. The back room's going to be done next week. The whole place, brand new Gold Crown 7s. So proud of it. Thank you guys, Brunswick, for helping us out and doing what you do. And thank you guys for playing pool here at EL Billiards. And, of course, on the Shark Stream watching us. Without all you guys, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. But, man, and we love those tables. Those Brunswick Gold Crowns are crazy. All right, guys. Just one more thing. I'm going to go over it real quick, what we talked about for people that are just joining us. Again, if you have any comments, if you have any questions, whether you're questioning about Lucas, question about ESPN and Matchroom, and if you got a question about the Gold Crown Sevens, you got a question about the Boom and Freezer Show, you got a question about Hilltop Promotions or Dave Bertozzi at Classic Billiards, let me know in the chat. I'll answer it the best I can, because this is great stuff, man. Does not get better than this, man. Of course, I spoke a little bit about Lucas and Angry White. His name is Kane Whiteman, I believe. And, our prayers go out to them. Again, we say they're doing better, but again, we really don't know when they're in a bad head-on collision. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to know really what's wrong. So they are doing okay. We know they're both talking and stuff like that. But again, they have a long way to go. Lucas is still in the hospital. Kane is still in the hospital. And we want them to get a speedy recovery. And we want Lucas to have no issues, obviously. And we want Kane to have no issues as well. So shout out to both of those guys. You're in our thoughts. You're in our prayers. You're all over Facebook. Get better. We want Angry back in Lucas again in tournaments, taking them around, doing what they need to do. Lucas, we need you on Moscone this year. We need you on ESPN at the U.S. Open. So make sure you get better. We're all rooting for you. Again, I talked to his mom. His mom said he's doing better. I got a picture of the car. It's pretty scary. I'm very lucky that they both survived, because it got hit pretty hard on the front end, and it was really, really scary to look at that piece. So shout out to both of those guys, Lucas and Angry, for thoughts and prayers with you guys. All right, ESPN and McDermott. ESPN and, no, I'm sorry, not McDermott. I got McDermott on the brain. ESPN and Matchroom, baby. ESPN and Matchroom. How about that? Match made in heaven. We are going on ESPN. And when I mean we, I mean us, the Boom and Freezer Show, Hilltop Promotions, Brunswick Billiards. Everybody, we're all going on ESPN, because that's what it's all about. Pool players. We love this sport. We live this sport. We bleed this sport. All my friends and fans and everybody's in the chat. I can see them right now. Thank you guys very much for everything you guys do. We appreciate it. But we're all going to be on ESPN. That first match, look, I'm getting tingles right now. That first match on ESPN, we're all going to be watching, and we're going to be like, holy shit. Holy shit, we did it. Because anybody over 30, 35 remembers going on ESPN and watching your favorite pool player. We watched Earl Strickland. We watched Mike Siegel. We watched Mike Massey. We watch all these great players on TV play all the time. And we haven't seen it in a long time. This is going to be the first time in a long time. ESPN is going to have pool again, guys. Awesome. So excited about that. Great, great stuff. So, again, it's going to be on ESPN Plus, so you have to subscribe. But I know they have over 20 million subscribers on ESPN Plus, so that's 20 million viewers that can open up and watch our sport, that people that are not watching it. So very, very awesome. Frank, it says Bobby Hilton and I are going to be on ESPN. Thanks for tuning in, Frank. I was giving you a shout out earlier, man. All the stuff that you do. And again, I got to give a shout out to even Windows Open and even Dominic. I know we all do different things and kind of do the same thing, but without what we're doing, we wouldn't get this sport to where we're at. Of course, Matchroom's doing great, great stuff. But without us guys doing what we're doing, our efforts, the money that we're putting in, the time that we're putting in, all this stuff. I mean, I've been running around all day. I sold a table, running around. I had to go pick up my dogs, come back. I'm doing another thing over here, and I had to come back and do this show because there's so much to talk about with Lucas, ESPN, Hilltop, Boom and Fraser, and Brunswick. So great job, Frank. Appreciate everything you do, man. Keep it up. I'm excited. We can't wait for ESPN for sure. Paco, thanks a lot, brother. Appreciate that. Big Perm says he wants to see Andy go. I can't wait with the WNT. So that's a great question. I'm glad you brought that up. So this is what I'm understanding with the WNT prescription, right? If you have the subscription, you can still watch everything, right? And what I mean by everything is all the tournaments that they're doing. And if you noticed last tournament, the WNT subscription had 6 tables available, right? That's freaking awesome, man. 6 tables available. It's crazy. It's crazy. So if you're for $10 a month, it's a no-brainer, because if they do 1 or 2 events or 5 events, if you're able to watch 6 tables for $10 to all those top players, it's a no-brainer. ESPN, I believe, is getting 1 table for the U.S. Open, table 1, and of course, Mosconi, there's only 1 table, so they're going to get that one. So the subscription is definitely, you can cancel if you want, but I wouldn't, because Matchroom's growing it. They're doing more tables for their subscriptions and more matches. So that's what's going to happen, brother. Absolutely, Frank. Frank, again, I told you, everybody who is anybody is going to be at this event. SVB versus Fedor. Frank, I know you shared on your page, Hilltop Promotions giving away a first-class trip. That's right, first-class airfare, hotel, car service, VIP tickets to the event. Fedor and Shane, pictures, autographs. I'm telling you, go to the Hilltop Promotion page, June 13th, post, type in what you want, who's going to win, what do you think the score is going to be. Make sure you follow them as well, because they're doing big things, guys. Huge things. So again, ESPN, we're back on TV, baby. Back on TV. Let's fucking go. Again, shout out to our sponsors, Dave Bartosiak, Classic Billiards, huge supporter of the Shark Stream, huge supporter of Pool. He just sponsored Justin Bergman. He actually did it live on the Boom and Freezer show. He called in the show while we're interviewing Justin, and he interviewed live and said, you know, you're in the sponsorship. How awesome is that? So shout out to Dave. Shout out to Hilltop Promotions. Go get that free trip. And if you're in the local area, if you're in Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, if you win, we're going to fly together, because I'm leaving out of Newark. If you're in the Pennsylvania area, you're probably going to go with Frank, and you can fly with Frank if you win. So make sure, no matter what part of the country you're in, you go fill out that page. It's free, and you can win a $10,000 prize for free. What other sport can you get that in? I don't think there's anything. It's unbelievable. Support it. It's important you buy a subscription, WNT. You need a ESPN. Yeah, Paco, I was saying that, you know, if you want to support WNT, keep the subscription. I like the fact that they're doing more tables. So if they're doing a big event, you get more than 1 table, which is amazing. And that's key. And of course, ESPN, excuse me, you're going to get that 1 table, which is amazing. And again, US Open, you're going to get the best players, the best table. Then, of course, Mosconi, you're going to get the only table that matters. So it's going to be on ESPN. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I'm driving, but they can be my designated driver. That's funny, Break. There you go. Take the airplane money and pocket it. Party on the way down. I got you. It makes a lot of sense. Well, make sure you guys go to Hilltop Promotions and check it out. The Boom and Freezer show. We broke news twice. The first show, we signed Justin Bergman to Classic Billiards right on the show. And then we also signed Joshua Filler to the second match of the Hilltop Promotions. So the Boom and Freezer is making great strides. Make sure you check it out. Continue to watch. Our numbers are growing. It's an awesome show. I love it. I love to do it. It is work, but I enjoy it. I wouldn't want to switch it any other way. And again, the Gold Crown Sevens, guys, here at Yale Billiards, the Brunswick Arena, on the Shark Stream. I got all new Gold Crown Sevens coming on Friday. We're going to put them in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So come then, we're going to have all the tables at Yale Billiards, the Brunswick Arena on the Shark Stream. 18 Brunswick Gold Crown Sevens. Well, 16 Gold Crown Sevens and 2 Brunswick bar tables, the elites. I'm excited about that. Hey, Frowny, how you doing from Ohio? Hope everything's well. Just catching up on everybody on everything. I know there's a lot going on. I want to have a special guest today. It just didn't pan out. That's how it works. I should have had Frank join me. I will next time. Frank, next time I do a show, I'm going to have you zoom in and we could talk, because I like to have somebody that knows what they're talking about, involved in the sport world, and can give their insights. Even though we don't agree on everything, at least we'll be able to talk about it. So let me know if you're up for that, Frank. I'd love that. All right, I'm going to let you go real quick. It's going to go over our things again real quick. Lucas and Kane, prayers to those guys. Lucas still in the hospital. I believe Kane's still in the hospital. Angry White. Right now, they seem like they're doing better. But like I said, it's going to be, it's like 2-3 days after your accident before you feel what's going on. Lucas is on pain pills. He had his stomach operated on. I'm worried about his back because he got hit so hard, his shoulder. So I'm hoping he's okay with that. Same thing with Angry. He's got a couple broken bones, but he's not going to feel it for another day or two. So let's keep our prayers, and hopefully they can get back quicker and healthier. All right, ESPN Matchroom, baby. We did it, man. We did it. We're back. ESPN Plus. Let's go. The 2 biggest events of the year. U.S. Open, Moscone Cup. Super excited. Hilltop Promotions, guys. Great job. Go win that free trip. Join me. Join Frank. Join Dave Pertosiak. Join Scott. Join Joey. Join Steven. Join everybody that's going to be there. Shane and, of course, Fedor. It's a no-brainer. $10,000 prize for free. Go to the page and fill it out. Have your wife fill it out. Have your girlfriend fill it out. Have your son, your daughter fill it out. Have everybody fill it out because they can give it to you if they don't want to go. I'm telling you, I'm giving you guys the inside right here. Somebody's going to win it tomorrow at 6 p.m. And that's all I got, guys. Brunswick, Gold Crown Sevens, the Boom and Freezer. Thanks for joining in. Frank just gave me confirmation. We're going to be doing the next show live. We'll do a Zoom call. And again, we'll bounce things back and forth. But I think you might like it because we don't agree on everything. But there's some things we'll agree on. I think you guys will enjoy it. And you'll get the inside information from all parts of the world with Frank and I together. All right, guys. Bobby Boom saying thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Sharkstream, ESPN, WNT, Hilltop Promotion. Let's fucking go. Bobby Hilton here from the Sharkstream. Give a shout out to all of our sponsors. Of course, our gold sponsors, Brunswick Billiards. We are the Brunswick Arena on the Sharkstream. And, of course, McDermott Cues. Then we got our silver sponsors. We can't forget those. We got Taom Billiards, Salotto, of course, Yale Billiards, Simonis Cloth, Wayne Harriman, the Sandman, Pro Fitman Billiards, Andy Gow, Aramith, Letman Lights, and Carbon Magic Cleaner. And, of course, we can't forget our local and bronze sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. They've been with us for a long time. K. Morgan Painting, APA, Jacoby Custom Cues, Sigma Wear, Organic Ink Tattoo, Dynamic Pressure Washing, NM Billiards, Tommy's Tattoo Supply, Pool Table Magic, and, of course, Vaculease. Thank you guys all for your continued support. Appreciate it.